Welcome to the last 2 weeks of the 8-week muscle makeover. This is weeks 7 through 8, and we have a really long leg workout this week. We're going to hit this hard the last couple weeks, and by this time you should have gained some weight and built some muscle by now, and we're just going to jump right into it. So the first exercise, we have leg press, and we're going to do 8 sets of 8. So this is going to be a lot of work here. We're going to do the heaviest weight that you can do for 8 reps, and then you're going to rest for 1 minute in between sets, okay? So if you don't have a leg press, you could always do squats with these as well, where you put the barbell on your back. But you want to make sure you want to be able to do a weight that's heavy and that you can do only 8 reps. You shouldn't be able to do 9 or 10. There should be a maximum of 8 reps. After that, you're going to do a barbell split squat for 4 sets, 8 to 12 reps, and you're going to rest for 45 seconds between sets. Next, moving on, we're going to move into leg extensions, full rep and half reps. Now, in the picture, I'll be able to explain this a little better, but you're going to do 8 sets of these, and you're going to do 8 to 10 reps. And you're going to, basically what you're going to do is you're going to perform the first rep with a full range of motion. Then when you come back down, you're only going to go half a rep, and then back down, and then do a full rep. So it's basically called a full half rep. And then you're going to rest for 1 minute in between the set. The next one you're going to do is hyperextensions again. This is going to work your hamstrings. You're going to do 4 sets of these, 8 to 12 reps, and then you're going to rest for 45 seconds in between the sets. The next one, we're going to do stiff-legged deadlifts. This is where you grab the barbell. This is going to work the hamstrings really well, and you're going to do 4 sets of these, 10 to 12 reps, and then you're going to rest for 60 seconds in between sets as well. After that, we're going to go right into lying leg curls. We're going to do 4 sets, 10 to 15 reps, and we're going to rest for 45 seconds between sets. The next one is a seated donkey calf raise. Now, I don't know if your gym has these or not. You'll see in the picture whether you do or not, but if not, you could always do other calf exercises. Just apply the same principles here. We're going to do 4 sets of 8, and you're going to do a drop set, 20% drop in weight when you reach the 8th rep. You would drop weight 4 times. After 4th drop, rest for 45 seconds and repeat 4 more times. So does that make sense? You're just going to keep dropping the weight 20% each time you go through this, each time you go through the sets. All right. So here we have the pictures of the leg press. You want to make sure your legs or your feet are shoulder width apart, and you kind of want them in the middle. If you have your feet too high on that platform, you'll be working the hamstring. But if you keep them kind of in the middle, you're going to work the quads. And the one thing about leg press is you don't need to bring your legs all the way down to your chest, because that way, if you do that, you're going to lose tension on your quads. So you only want to go back just at a 90-degree angle like you see there on the right. The next one is your barbell split squat. I know we've done these before in the previous videos, but we're going to do this again. We're just kind of mixing it up with other exercises. Now the next one, we've got leg extension, which we've done before, but this time we're going to do a full range of motion, go all the way up, then you're going to come down and then only do a half rep. Then back down, and then a full rep. So you're doing full and half reps all the way through. I think it was 20, 25 reps. Next here we have our hyperextensions. We've done these before. You should be familiar with these now. This is going to work the hamstrings, but it's also going to tighten up your lower back as well. The next one here we have stiff-legged deadlifts. This is going to work the hamstrings. One thing that's important about doing these is you want to make sure your back is flat and your knees are slightly bent and your legs are shoulder width apart. You don't want to have any type of curvature to your back because you can really hurt yourself. So you want to make sure to stick your butt out. And as you go down, you'll actually feel your hamstrings starting to stretch. All right. The very next exercise, we're going to go right into lying leg curls. This is a great exercise too for the hamstrings. And by now you should be very familiar with these. Even though we've done some of these exercises before in the previous videos, it's the combination of exercises that I'm combining that's going to give you the best results. Next here, this is the seated donkey calf raise that I was telling you about. Actually, the picture here really isn't a seated donkey calf raise. I think at the time I wasn't able to get on that machine, so you can also always use this machine as well. This is great for working the calves. And I want to stress something here. It's a very interesting story about this particular exercise. Is one day I was doing these and I was doing them really, really fast, and my form was really sloppy. And because of that, I had to, I suffered a little bit of consequences. I actually pulled muscle fibers in my, I think it was my left calf, and it was so bad that I could actually felt my calf pop, and I couldn't even walk out of the gym. I couldn't walk for a couple days. Had to go to the hospital. They took some x-rays and they found that I pulled, or actually tore, some muscle fibers. So it's very, very important that you keep your form right. If you get sloppy, it is just a recipe for disaster. It's a recipe for injury. So make sure to use proper form, go nice and slow, have control. That's the main thing, just have control. All right. Next, we're going to get into shoulders. This is the next day, okay? And you're going to take a 45-pound plate and you're just going to raise it in front of you, right in front of your face, all right? And you're going to do 4 sets, 12 reps. In the directions here, you're going to grab the plate with both hands and raise up and stop when the plate is in front of your head, and then you lower back down. And you're going to rest for 45 seconds in between each set. The next exercise, you're going to do seated machine shoulder press. We've done shoulder presses before, but this time it's going to be on a machine, a Smith machine, and you're going to do 5 sets of 5. This is going to be for, building some strength. You're going to perform this exercise for strength, press weight while seated for 5 reps, rest for 2 minutes in between sets. So you're going to go very, very heavy with this exercise, being that the reps are very, very low. The next one, we're going to do standing side lateral raise superset with front raise. So these are like doing, your shoulders. Okay, these are doing your side lateral raises and your front lateral raises. So you're going to raise your arms to your sides, hold for 1 second, return to starting position, superset this with front raises. Raise your arms in front of you, hold for 1 second, return to starting position, rest for 45 seconds, and repeat 4 more times, totaling 5 sets. Now, I didn't put a rest time here, or yes, I did. Rest for 45 seconds. So make sure to do that. Make sure you have your stopwatch, your phone, whatever it is you got. Make sure you keep those times honest, okay? That's going to give you the best results. Rear delt dumbbell reverse fly. I love doing these. It takes time to really fully engage the rear delt when you do these. A lot of people do these wrong and they end up working their back instead of their shoulders. You really want to think about hitting that rear delt. Like, you have to use your mind to think about squeezing that rear delt. This has taken me some time to do and to accurately and effectively contract that rear delt. So you're going to lay on an inclined bench prone with your stomach flat on the bench, and you're going to perform a reverse fly working the rear delt. The next exercise, we're going to do standing dumbbell shrugs. I think we used barbell, we've used cables, now we're moving on to dumbbells, and you're going to do 4 sets, 12 reps. So while standing with back straight and your feet are going to be shoulder width apart, you're going to hold the dumbbells and shrug your shoulders. Here are the pictures here, the 45-pound plate here that I have. You're just going to raise that in front of your face, hold it for 1 second, you're going to go back down. The seated machine shoulder press, you're going to do these. This is just, you may not have a machine that's exactly like this, but I'm sure you have some type of machine that works shoulders. This is what this one looks like. You're going to keep your elbows tucked in and just go up and down. And you can see here on the right that my arms are fully extended. You don't necessarily have to do that, because as soon as you do that, you tend to lose tension on the shoulders. So you probably don't want to go up as far or as high as I did. You just want to keep the weight moving, okay? And don't lock out your arms like I'm doing here. So right there, I'm not doing it right. So do that the correct way that I just told you, and you'll be able to keep more tension on your shoulders. Okay, this is a superset. On the next one, the standing side lateral raise superset with front raise. So as you can see here, I got the weights to the side of me in the first picture, and then the other picture shows me with the front. So you're going to go side to front, and this is just a killer burnout workout for your shoulders that's going to give you some size. Next, we have the rear delt dumbbell reverse fly. This is the one I told you about that has taken me a lot of time to get used to. And as you can see, my arms are spread out. It looks very easy, where I'm actually could be working out my back, but I'm actually not. I'm actually thinking about my rear delt, and it takes time to do this one. I mean, do this a few times. You want to be able to feel your shoulders contracting, not your back as much. So that might take you some time. So just, continue to do these the best way you can, and really, use that mind-muscle connection where you're thinking about the muscle that you're squeezing. The next one's very self-explanatory. You're just grabbing the, actually right here I have a barbell when I should be having a dumbbell. So make sure, I have here standing dumbbell shrugs. So make sure, instead of using the barbell here like I am in this picture, make sure to grab dumbbells instead. All right?